Hello my fellow creators and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, I went back to Home Depot. I go to Home Depot a lot. My husband's in construction, so when he goes on the weekends to get what he needs for work, I tag along with him. And this time I was wandering through the paint aisle. And I know they have those paint chips that are just, single color paint chips. But then I saw these books and look at all the colors inside. I mean, this one is the Cool Tones book, Cool Colors. Then they also have a Warm Colors. And I did ask, I talked to a couple of people at Home Depot, a couple of the employees, and I asked, can I buy these? And they said, no, these are free to our customers. So they said, go ahead, feel free to take it. And I did say, well, I'm really not going to use it for paint chips per se, but I want it because of all the different colors. And he said that was fine. Go ahead and take it. So I got one of the cool colors, one of the warm colors, and one with the neutral colors. So what can I do with these, you may be wondering? Well, of course, when you see colors, you see rainbows, and I know these are all very small pieces. In fact, let me measure them. Get my ruler. These little square, well, they're not even squares, they're like rectangles actually. They are about 1 3/16 by 1. So it's a little bit wider than it is tall, which is fine. So what I did was I went through my dies that I have in my stash, and of course I found some stitch squares that I can use to cut out some of these. I found this hexagon dies I have, so I can cut some of these smaller hexagons out of that. Of course, I can cut one of these smaller hearts out of there, and these are nested hearts from Simon Says Stamp. And then butterflies. I thought I could use a small butterfly and cut one of these out. Wouldn't that be so cute? So let me see if that will even fit on there. And yes, the small one will fit. And if I wanted, I could even like put some of these together and make like an ombre butterfly. But that's for another video. Let's work on just getting some of these small ones cut out. So I started on one of these, which was it, to try and peel back the color. I'm sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Oh, right here. I started to try and peel it back, and it kind of just tears. So I don't want to do that. So what I am going to do is I'm going to cut these out, already staying on the paper that they're on, and then I'll die cut them from there. And let's start with the warm colors. I want to start with some pinks and reds. So what I'll do is I'm going to cut out this first page. Actually, I can just kind of rip that off there. Then, the only problem with that is if I want colors from the back side. Oh, darn it. All right, let me think. Well, let me cut right here for now. And I'm going to have to decide on those. But for these, I can just cut straight across. So if I just line this up with my cut line here, and even if I cut a sliver off, I'm not too worried about that, because I'm just kind of trying to get them to a size that I can use my dies to cut them with. Darn it. I guess if I'm kind of careful, it'll just be a real thin paper. But I can attach this to some cardstock and make it work. So let's do that. Let's try and get a rainbow, just to do one card, just to kind of see where we're at. So now I want to decide between, do I do hearts? Do I do butterflies? What do you think? Do I go with the hexagons? I don't think I'm going to do the squares, that's for sure. I want it to be a little bit more. Let's try. Oh, I like the butterflies. I'm kind of liking these geometrical shapes here. Alrighty, I've gone ahead and cut out all of my hexagon shapes from those pink chips, and I'm just going to kind of lay them out. Now I am going to lay them on this white cardstock, and then once I have them all laid out, I'm going to cut them out using this stitched rectangle die from my Gina K Master Layouts too. I did go ahead and cut out the rectangle out of the black cardstock, and then I did also cut the Hooray shadow and out of that black, and the sentiment out of some silver cardstock. And that Hooray die is from, I think it's Honeybee Stamps. I'll link everything that I can in the description box below. And I don't know if you can tell, but let's see. There's a little bit of embossing on some of these hexagons. This has little hearts around it. Not sure you can really see it, but in real life you can see it. Let's get this attached. To that black matte layer. Beautiful. Don't you just love the way those master layouts line up perfectly? And then I am going to pop this up on foam tape. So let's pop this up here. And then I will add this sentiment once I have this on my card base. And now we can do on the top, the bottom. What do you think? Right in the center. I kind of like it there. So, and I thought about popping up the sentiment too, but I think I'm just gonna let the card panel there with all the hexagons be the star of the show. And I am gonna let the hooray kind of hang off our little panel just a bit. All right, and then I'm gonna add a few of these little diamond dots that I have in my stash, and they're just a little black diamond dot. Just add a little finishing touch to our card. And there you have our completed card using the paint swatch books I got at Home Depot. Let me know in the comments below what other ideas you have for using these paint swatch books. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribe to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.